Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my vlog, or this week's vlog. What do I want to say? So if you guys follow me on Instagram, or even last week in my vlog, if you guys watched that video, I announced that I was in, sorry, there's like stuff on my mic. I announced that I was in Toronto and I wasn't able to respond to comments, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know that I went to the Rise conference run by Rachel Hollis. You guys may have heard of her books, Girl Wash Your Face or Girl Stop Apologizing. She's definitely blown up over the past couple of years, and she had a Rise conference in Toronto, which is only like a 3-hour drive away from me. So ended up going to that this weekend, and actually it was for my bachelorette party, funny enough. I'm not the type of person where, like, I don't like to party. I don't like to get drunk. That phase in my life is over. I will have a drink every now and then, but like it's just not something that interests me. Like, I don't love partying. It's just not my thing. And I feel like that's a stereotypical bachelorette party, and that doesn't mean that everyone is like that, but it also didn't mean that mine had to be like that. So my sister is my maid of honor, and she was asking me what I wanted to do, and our first thought was to go to California, but that was really, really pricey, and especially at the time I wasn't making that much money, and I didn't want to go more into debt just to go to California for my bachelorette. Like, that just didn't make any sense to me. So I decided, or I found out, that Rise was coming to Toronto, and that was only a 3-hour drive for me, and it was just a lot easier, much more affordable. So my sister and I ended up going to Rise, and let me just tell you guys, blown away. I mean, they're so on just so many levels, okay? So this conference, it's a 3-day conference if you've never heard of it before. It's run by Rachel Hollis, so it's her. She has like a couple of guest speakers and stuff come on, but it's a personal development conference. You talk about your past, your present, your future. You like dive into like your habits, your limiting beliefs, like your goals and all of that stuff. And there's so much that went into it. I can't even describe to you guys in one video what was included in the Rise conference, but we did that 3 days. My sister and I am back home, and I just, honestly, I had another video that was going to be uploaded today, and that video is already shot, and it's still going to be uploaded to my channel because I want to document that moment and just have it out there for you guys. So that one's gonna go live, and it's gonna be like a little late. Oh, my house is locking. It's gonna be like a little bit later than I usually do. Like, I usually don't like wait a couple weeks to upload a YouTube video, so it's gonna seem a little off, but I still wanna upload that video, and I wanna get this one up today because all these thoughts are running through my mind, you know? Like, I just got back from the conference yesterday, and I sat down on the couch, and I just talked to Alex about so many things and like breakthroughs that I had, and guys, so when I originally signed up for this conference, or said that I wanted to do this for my bachelorette, I was in a totally different place than I'm in right now. You know, it was before I was blowing up on YouTube. It was before I had really big growth. I think I only had 1,000 some subscribers, and I was doing okay, but like by any means I wasn't doing great, you know? Like, I was just doing okay, and I was really confused about my vision, my purpose. Like, I thought that I was going to be somewhere else. I thought that I was going to be doing more. I thought that I was going to be impacting more lives, and I just wasn't. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll go to Rise and figure out that this isn't the right path for me, or maybe YouTube wasn't the right platform for me, and maybe I need to focus more on my blog. And I was just really hoping that Rise could give me more direction of where I wanted to go in the future. And then, of course, several things happened in the months leading up to Rise, and by the time I got there, I even told my sister, I was like, you know, I was in such a different place then when I said that I wanted to go, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get out of it now, because I feel like I'm at such a good place. I'm glad I didn't let that hold me back, because I had so many realizations and breakthroughs that I needed to have at this stage in my game. You know, I think if you guys are at the point where you feel unhappy, you're not sure about your purpose or like your direction for your future, or you're just kind of like confused, maybe, I don't know a good way to describe it. Rise is going to be absolutely amazing for you. And I really think that if I would have had this conference before I started my blog, before I started my brand, it would have had a very different impact on me. And I think that might have been the spark to me actually changing my life. Actually, that probably just would have been step one. Even saying that I needed to go to that conference, that would have been step one. But I think if I would have done it then, I would have gotten so much out of it that actually took me years to uncover and to work through to now be at the point where I'm at today. And I'm so glad that I also went at the point that I'm at today. Like, you guys see me like grow on YouTube, and you think that like everything's great and everything's awesome, but I know that I have limiting beliefs, and I also just feel like I'm not still living up to my fullest potential. So I'm so glad that I did, because I got so many things out of it that I wasn't really, like, I didn't really know I was going to get out of it. Anyways, Rise Conference, if you can go, I highly, highly recommend it. The attention to detail is absolutely insane. I'm telling you, like the decorations, they've got like notes on the mirrors, like saying you're beautiful and you're amazing and like everything. They crushed it. Rachel Hollis and her team absolutely crushed it when it comes to the details. But what I want to talk to you guys about today, other than like debriefing, just saying that the conference was awesome because it was awesome. I obviously had a lot of breakthroughs while I was at Rise and a lot of like limiting beliefs that I didn't realize were holding me back, things from my childhood and just like all this stuff. Like that was so good to like kind of dredge that up and be like, wow, I've never thought about this, or I always thought it was this when in reality it's this. I can't give you guys full examples because like I just don't want to throw it all out at you. Like I want to keep that stuff private. I had a lot of breakthroughs when it comes to my business and a lot of, I don't know, realizations and visualizations of like the person that I want to be and who I truly am. This is like kind of terrifying. I was just gonna like fidget with something because I was getting nervous. I just need to like do this, you know? I've definitely held myself back when it comes to my potential and even just talking about my dreams and what I think I can do or what I'm going to do. I need to put it in that mindset, not think what I can do, what I'm going to do. And I even had a conversation with Alex yesterday talking about the influencer industry and how people expect you to go into it as a hobby. And then if you become successful, that's just like a benefit of it. Like if you go into the influencer world and you know that you can be successful or you're doing it for the money, which is totally different. Like I think if you're doing it for money, that's really, really not smart of you. But if you go into it and you know you're going to be successful, people will look down on you for it.
I said, no, you're going to be successful. And that's not really what I meant. I meant wanting to be successful or even just believing in yourself that you can be successful. I don't want it to come off in a cocky way, but if you are getting started in the influencer world and you want to be successful, like you want to impact so many lives, that shouldn't be a bad thing.
And I just don't understand why that mindset exists. And like if people go to college and they say, I'm going to major in business and I want to be a CEO. People are like, yes, get it, work your way up in the ranks, like start at the bottom. You're gonna like keep getting promoted. You're gonna learn how to run a company and you're gonna freaking do it. You're gonna be a CEO. But if you get started in the influencer world and you say, okay, I'm gonna have 1 million subscribers, people are like, whoa, no, you can't get started here if you want that. You get started because you love it, and then that's just a benefit. And I've come to the realization that that's just kind of messed up, you know, and I think it needs to be talked about more. And No, like I am saying, okay, when I got started being an influencer, being in this world, one of the things that really kept me going, because I get this question a lot, is, okay, you were doing YouTube for over 2 years. Like it took you 1.5 years to get 1,000 subscribers. How the heck did you keep going? And I've always told people it was my vision, it was my purpose. And that's so true. That was not a lie by any means. My vision and my purpose really kept me going because I knew that I could impact people. I knew that I could have this influence. I literally just said impact people, and I just like kept going. Why did I do that? I knew that I could impact people. I knew that I could help people accept themselves, like chase their passions, know that this is possible, and really just be a good role model, a big sister, like I've told you guys before. But also, I've always known that I could be successful. I've always had a goal of having hundreds of thousands of people, not just like in my audience, but impacting hundreds of thousands of people. And I've never said I knew that I was going to be successful or that I had this big vision for myself because I was afraid people were going to look down on me, because that's not what you do in the influencer world. You start out as a hobby, and then if it turns into something else, that's just a benefit. And I'm not going to lie, like this is 100% my passion project, it's 100% my hobby, but it is also my career. And wanting more for myself isn't a bad thing. Wanting to positively impact thousands of lives, like that's not a bad thing. And I just kind of had to have this realization. And if you guys are getting started in the YouTube world and you know that you can be successful, that's not a bad thing. Having confidence in yourself is not a bad thing. And you know what? You're gonna be the one that is super successful in this world. Anyways, one realization I had. Second realization that I had was I went into 2020 offloading all my clients. At the end of 2019, I was making enough money where I felt comfortable to no longer take on freelancing work and to spend all of my time creating my content, working on my brand. And that was a big step, but I knew, like I had a certain boundary, this is how much I have to make, or I wouldn't say boundary, I had a goal, monetary goal. This is how much I have to make every single month in order for me to sustain and be comfortable and not feel like I'm still scrambling for money. Hit that goal, doubled that goal. let me just be honest, I doubled that goal. So I was like, okay, this is it. Like I'm offloading all my clients. So I did. And I went into 2020 and I was like, okay, I'm going to start by focusing on my content because my content is what makes me successful. And the more that I grow my audience, the more that I can do other things and I can have other opportunities presented to me, like speaking at conferences and doing all these other crazy big dreams that I have for myself. So I focused all of my time and all of my energy on my content. And if you guys would have watched my video talking about kind of like getting organized, feeling overwhelmed, I talked a little bit more about that, how I want to like really master Instagram, my blog, and YouTube. Those are my 3 main platforms that I really want to master them. Well, I feel like I haven't been mastering them. I've just been focusing so much on YouTube and creating YouTube content because that's what's making me successful right now. And that's okay. That's good. Like that's following something that's working for me and that's a really smart strategy. But also, I've been feeling a little... what's the word for it? I wouldn't say purposeless, but I've been feeling a little lost on like what's the next big step in my business. And especially I'm a part of a mastermind group. So every month I meet with a group of ladies and they all talk about, okay, first quarter I'm launching this, second quarter I'm launching this, third quarter, like I already have it planned out. And I was like, whoa. I went into this year just saying, okay, I'm going to figure out what the heck I want to do. And I don't have plans. And I kind of compared myself to them saying, I need to have something for every single quarter. Like what am I launching? What am I focusing on? And I just didn't ever do it because I was like, I'm focusing so much on my content. Like I'm just focusing on my content. And I think that was really, really good for me. It helped me to understand what kind of content I wanted to create. It changed my uploading schedule. It allowed me to then create vlogs instead of just doing the YouTube videos that I was doing. And that's like a whole nother topic. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, I love creating paid products. I do. Like I loved coming out with my Blow It Up blueprint. I loved creating my thumbnail presets, my Instagram presets, like everything that I've launched, especially within the last year, I've truly loved creating. And I've just said, okay, I'm gonna stop creating that and I'm just gonna focus on my content. And I feel like I'm not pushing myself to the bigger vision that I have for myself. So I feel like there's so many things that I could offload on you guys or just talk about. And there's just like so much that goes into all of the realizations that I had. But this is me basically saying, yes, I love creating content and creating content is truly, it's the bottom line of my business. Like I would not have my business, my brand if I didn't create content. And I freaking love this. But I have to be honest with myself and say, creating a YouTube video takes me days. It takes me days and I'm doing it by myself and it's a lot of freaking work. And the way that I'm working right now, I don't have time to create paid products. Another part of my business that I truly love, but also another part of my business that will help me to scale to the next level. And I just like need to be real with myself and say, if I want to have, this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna say this, if I wanna have a multi-million-dollar business, because I do, and that's okay to want that. If I want to have a multi-million-dollar business, I need to get to the point where I'm not just spending all of my time creating content. One of the things I want to do today, I feel like this is going to be the longest vlog I've ever uploaded on my YouTube channel, but one of the things I want to do today is just kind of brainstorm what I'm going to do next and how I can get myself to that multi-million-dollar business. And I know I was breaking it out with Alex and I was like, okay, like what's going to take me to the next level? And Alex was like, you need help. Like, yes, you hired on a management team and that's great because they're helping with this one specific part, but in reality, they're also adding a lot more work to me. And I'm at the point where I feel like I almost have more work because of them, that I feel like it didn't help me manage everything, if that makes sense. They're helping me make more money, work with brands I've always dreamed of, and like they're killing the game, like freaking love them. But I'm at the point where it's just a lot of work. And I think I've always compared myself to other really, really big YouTubers. So it's like Alicia Marie, I always bring her up, but I really do look up to her. She didn't hire help until I think she was at 7 million subscribers or something like that. And I'm over here at like 70,000 and I'm like, I need help. So like I've always like put myself down for that, saying like, no, there's so many people that have done so much more than you without help, and you need help. Like, why do you think you need help? But in reality, like I do. Like if I want to chase the big crazy freaking dreams that I have that I outlined at this conference, I need help to do it. And this is not me saying please send me emails with your resume and all that stuff, because let me just tell you, every time I bring it up, I get so many people trying to pitch me. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a virtual assistant. If I hire someone, it's gonna be local. They're gonna work with me hand in hand, and once I get to that point, I will let you guys know. But right now, I'm not at that point. I just need to figure out what is going to get me to that point of actually hiring someone. And that's kind of what I want to break out today. So let's actually use my whiteboard. I never freaking use my whiteboard, mainly because the more I use it, the dirtier it gets, and I just don't have a cleaner, and I need to get a cleaner for it, like a spray or like something to clean it. But whew, I feel like I just offloaded a lot of stuff to you guys. And one thing I feel like I danced over was the fact that I've held myself back in who I am for you guys. I really did. I remember bringing it up and I was like, I'll get back to that. Like in my head, I was telling myself I'll get back to that, and then I never got back to that. Let me actually, here, we're gonna go to my whiteboard. We're gonna do that and then we'll talk about that. Let's go. Okay, we can see my whiteboard. This is gonna be really crappy handwriting, and I'm not gonna apologize for it because it's just my handwriting. Like, do you see how dirty this is though? I feel like it's just like, it just looks terrible. I need to get a cleaner for it. This is me telling myself I need to get a cleaner for it. Okay, right now, this is what Rachel Hollis told us to do, and it's actually in one of her books, so I do not feel bad sharing this at all. I'm here, okay? X. With 70, I just put 7K. This is like sometimes what I honestly think of myself. I think I still have 7K. I think I have 77K subs. I'm making about 10K a month. And actually, that's going to be another YouTube video coming soon. I do want to break out how I've been making money and talk a little bit more about that, because I have definitely scaled significantly for the past couple of months, but I want to be here, which here is, okay, so I want to have a multi-million-dollar biz, but I also want to have employees, because I know employees is really the step below multi-million-dollar biz. There's so many steps to getting to a multi-million-dollar biz, but one of the steps, hiring employees. So that's going to be the main focus. So if I want to go to here, up to here, what do I have to do to get there? Okay, like what are the steps that I need to do? And I think I'm just gonna like brain dump on this board and just think about everything, and we'll see what pops up. If you guys have other ideas, like let me know in the comment section. And you're the real MVP. Thank you for letting me just like think this out. But okay. Okay. I feel like this is gibberish. Also, if you can read this, more power to you. I know you guys aren't close, but there are certain steps that I've been knowing that I need to take. The first one, I get asked a lot, do I have an LLC or sole proprietorship, or what am I doing? And I'm really sorry about the lighting changing right now, but no, I do not have an LLC. And the main reason why is because for the longest time, I didn't think that I was making enough money to become an LLC. And I know that's silly, like I could have just frickin' done it, but I didn't. And now I'm waiting until June for specific reasons that you guys will figure out or may already have figured out. I'm waiting until June to do it. So, LLC, right up here, is the very first thing that's gonna be like on my freaking roadmap to get to here. Like I need to become an LLC. In addition to that, when I become an LLC, this like includes like bank information and figuring out payroll and paying myself and all of that stuff. So that's something that I really need to figure out. And I also have payroll right below it. So I think I'm just gonna put payroll right here, and like all of this bubble is there, and that's terrible. And I put LCC. Wow, this is where my brain's at. Good. LLC. Along with that comes me probably changing my name away from the content bug. There's that. I've been knowing that I was gonna do this for a while, and I just haven't done it because it's a lot of work to like redirect all the pages on my website and make sure that everything works properly. But if you guys watched my other video about having website problems, I'm gonna need to hire a website developer anyways, and I wanna have my website redesigned. So I think while I do all of that, I'm just going to switch to CatherineManning.com. I haven't done it yet, so do not go to CatherineManning.com. There's nothing there. But I think that's what I'm gonna do, as well as my YouTube channel probably in the next couple of months, guys, is gonna change to Catherine Manning. I feel like the content bug doesn't accurately reflect me. And if you guys heard me on Instagram stories, I actually talked more about my decision to do vlogs, why I'm sticking to vlogs, why I kept vlogs on my main channel and all of that stuff. And one of the main reasons is because I don't know if I'm gonna be talking about YouTube forever. Like this side of things really, I hate that the lighting's changing, I'm so sorry, but this side of things really excites me, and I would love to get to the point where I'm talking to you guys more about business, how to grow that. Yes, YouTube is a great platform and it's helped me to get to this point, but I don't think I will be talking about YouTube forever, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to start a second channel, is because I think I would get bored of talking about YouTube forever. Maybe it just doesn't interest me anymore, and then I would lose this whole audience because then I don't have a point of my YouTube channel, the content bug. And if I created a vlog channel, that's something that can actually stick with me, because me as a person, I'm always going to be me as a person, you know? So all of that to say, my YouTube channel is probably going to change to Catherine Manning in the near future. Not sure when that's going to happen, but I need to just bite the bullet and do it and change everything to Catherine, because I myself am my brand and the content bug. I created that honestly because I was too afraid to share who I was, and I just wanted to remain anonymous, and obviously I'm not at that point anymore. So that's something that's going to go along with this, because Alex and I have been brainstorming, like, what do I actually want my LLC to be named? And I don't think I want it to be the content bug, which is really hard because everything is like TCB presets, and that's gonna be an interesting transition. But anyways, okay, so this is one of the things that I have to do, and honestly, because I know that I can't do this until June, I think this should probably be up here. And I wrote it there. But let's figure out like the 3 main things that I want to do. I just realized I have 2 of these and I don't need them, but that's what happens when you brain dump. Create more income streams, host my own events, more sponsorships. Maybe I could get an intern, an assistant first before I hire someone to like help me with the production of everything that I'm creating. Merch. I've been getting a lot of questions about merch because you guys see me in like crew neck sweatshirts all the friggin' time, and you guys want a crew neck shirt, and trust me, thought about it. I hope that it's in my near future, but we'll see. Merch, physical paid products. This is another thing that I was talking to Alex about. I so far only have, well, that's a lie. I created 1 paid product that was physical, and I loved it at the time. It's just not the quality and up to my standards anymore. Like, if I'm just being honest with you guys, like, I created that paid product a couple years ago, and it was like a productivity planner. It was actually my bullet journal. I used to share it a lot on Instagram stories, and people wanted to know like my layouts and stuff. So I took my bullet journal and I created it into a planner and I sold it, and it was great. It wasn't that great. It didn't make great sales, but it did okay for itself. And I just think like I can do so much better. I honestly can. And all of my other paid products have been digital, which is great because there's no overhead. Like, there's no cost that goes into that, especially the way that I've been doing it. I've been doing everything myself. So there's no cost that goes into that. It's just my time. And when I've looked into creating paid products like the planner that I want to create, I just see the cost, like how much it's going to cost me. And I need to fully wrap my head around the fact that physical products, yes, it costs you money, but it also makes you money. So like maybe the margin's not like as high. Yeah, I need to wrap my head around that. Anyways, so that's physical paid products. That also goes hand in hand with merch. I need to figure out what the heck my salary is going to be, because like as of right now, I haven't really buffed out paying myself. It's just like, it's a whole thing, guys. It's a whole friggin' thing dealing with money when you're a business owner. Creating a more like actual structured business plan, that's not a bad idea. Do more interviews, features, podcasts. Jen, this is my little sister in my sorority. I think that she could be an extreme valuable asset to my team, and I'm not sure if she wants to do that, but I just think it's a possibility that Jen could help me because she's a freaking boss babe, and she's got so many skills. More content. How can I create more content? That goes back to, again, nailing down my systems, making sure my flow is good. Collabs, that's kind of like features, interviews, podcasts, all of that stuff. How big of an audience do I think I need, which also may just be something that's holding me back. So maybe I should erase that, but I just want to brain that. More speaking gigs, which this isn't something that I've even talked to you guys about. I'm hoping that you heard either on Instagram or by Think Media, but I am speaking in Vegas this year at Grow With Video Live, and I'm like nervous about to share this with you guys, which is so weird, but I'm so pumped. This is gonna be my first big speaking engagement. I've had one smaller one, but I only spoke to like 30 to 50 people, and it was like not a big deal. So this is a much bigger event, and I'm on their website, and it's super cool, and I'll include a link for you guys if you guys want to go, but it's in Vegas in September. I will be there. I'd love to meet you guys, but yeah, more speaking gigs could really help to grow me, as well as just, I don't know, provide more opportunity for me in the future. My battery's flashing, so let me change that real quick, and then we'll get back to this. Honestly, if you stuck with me up until this point watching this video, you're a freaking real one. There's something on my screen. It's a little fuzzy. Okay. I just kind of wanted to film this for myself so I could go back to it. I feel like now maybe you're in the exact same spot, but I feel like you're just like not in a great position. I'm gonna shift you a little bit. Okay. I really just want to film this for myself so I can go back to it, remember this moment, and also I just want to talk to you guys about like some of the breakthroughs, my thoughts on Rise, and also like the future of my business in case you're curious, because this is huge. Like if you want to be a YouTuber, you're gonna become a business owner and you need to think about these things. So, first one, we got LLC, figuring out payroll, how much I'm going to pay myself, what's my salary, that goes right into it. I think another big one for me is really going to be nailing down my systems, and I've already tried, and I keep making steps towards it, you know? And I'm like, okay, this day I'm filming, this day I'm editing, I'm going to create an IGTV, or I'm going to create an Instagram, and like all that stuff, and it's all great, and it's awesome. But I just feel like I could be doing more, or I could better just organize some things so that when I hire someone on, it's like I'm already a well-running machine, well-oiled machine. What's it say? Is it well-oiled? I feel like that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I'm just a good machine. So then when someone comes into my team, it's just like a smooth transition and it's like really good and it's really gonna up-level me to the next level. So I think nailing down my systems is, to be honest, it's gonna be here. This is going to be here. Step 3, I think it's paid products, guys. I think it's coming out with merch. It's coming out with that planner that I've been talking about for 2 freaking years. I really think it's products. Physical, like merch, but as well as digital. Like I would love to come out with like another ebook. I just haven't buffed out the time to do it. And that's my own fault. And that's another thing that comes down to nailing down my freaking systems so that I know how much time to create this. So in reality, I'm like now thinking more about this. Paid products, physical merch, all of this stuff should be being worked on before LLC, but I don't think it's gonna happen before my LLC. I think that's gonna happen in the next stage in my life, which is June, which we will talk about. This isn't gonna get me to my multi-million-dollar biz. It could, I'm not gonna lie, it could get me to a multi-million-dollar biz. If I came up with the right paid products, if I grew my audience enough, like just becoming an LLC, that's not going to like help me make more money. It's just going to help me be smarter in my business and all of that businessy stuff. Nailing down my systems, again, it's gonna make me smarter in my business, which is then going to allow me to scale. I think really this is gonna get me to my first employee, which hiring help is going to help me get to my multi-million-dollar biz. Heck to the yes. All of that said, I am really curious to hear from you guys. One, what you thought about this video, just me being honest, talking about wanting to be a successful YouTuber or influencer and like all of that talk that I shared beforehand, but also like, what would you guys like me to come out with? Like besides merch, I've been getting a lot of questions about merch and I would love to come out with that in the future, but like I just need to make sure that like the quality is good and I'm working with the right company and all of that stuff. Like creating merch is like a pretty big deal. I don't want to ever create a lousy quality product for you guys. So besides merch, or even if there's like specific merch that you guys want to see, like I would love to. You guys see me with my freaking water bottle all the gosh darn time. This is obviously a Starbucks one. I would love to come out with a tumbler like this. Like how cool would that be? Not exactly like this, but like I just think it would be cool. You guys know I wear crew neck sweatshirts all the time, especially if you guys follow me on Instagram. You see me in my turkey trot sweater. Like I can't come out with a turkey trot sweater, but I can come out with a different crew neck. I don't know. I would also love to come out with a planner, whether it's a productivity planner, a YouTube planner, like something that like organizes your content and your ideas. Like I would love to come out with stuff like that. But what would you guys honestly want to see from me? Like is there anything that you think that I could create that's really gonna help you guys? I really, when it comes to my paid products, I really try to think about the things that I use. So my Blow It Up Blueprint, that's been a system that I've been using for a very long time, and me actually just writing it down so you guys can use my systems. Like I love that, as well as I created my own presets for my YouTube thumbnails. And I was like, why am I holding on to these? If you guys are gonna find benefit from them, why don't I launch them to you guys too? So I really try to create products that I honestly use and love and things that have made my life a little bit easier. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Like merch isn't gonna make your life easier, but but the merch I create, I want to truly wear. Like, I want to be that proud of it. As well as like the planner that I come up with, I want that to be my go-to planner. So I need to create something that's freaking amazing that I love with my whole heart. Like, I'm not gonna half-ass this, and I never swear on here, but that's, I guess, the next thing we should talk about. So let me know if you guys have any ideas. I'm not hiring someone right now, so please do not send me your resumes and stuff because it's just not in the cards right now, as well as I want to hire someone local. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about, I'm sure this vlog is honestly over 30 minutes, which is not something that I typically do, but I just feel like I just need to like offload this. I said that I felt like I haven't been fully myself with you guys. And that kind of terrifies me because I preach so much in being yourself, sharing who you are, just like don't be a copycat. Like, just be you, and people are gonna fall in love with you, especially on YouTube. Your personality is what's going to make you successful. And I'm not saying that I've been faking it for you guys, but I definitely have been holding back in some aspects. You know, I was kind of raised that you're not allowed to swear. Like, my mother never swore. My dad swore, but like he kept it really low key, like barely ever heard him swear. And I was just raised that like swearing wasn't a thing. So in the professional space, you don't swear. Like, in my personal life, I swear. I don't drop the F-bomb much. I just don't think that's like really that appropriate in most cases. But there are times when I will say ass or I will say something else, and I've really held that back on YouTube because I viewed this as my professional space. And if I swear, then it's not professional. And I don't know, it's not like I'm gonna come on here and start swearing all the friggin' time, but that's just like one thing where I've held myself back because I'm like, oh, I want to be a good girl. I want to be a good role model. And I mentioned in that one video that I filmed the same scene over and over and over again. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't. I should do it one take. I should just talk it out, and I should take the best clips that I get. Like, maybe I ramble too much and I don't want to include the center part, but I shouldn't be re-recording the same thing over and over again because I'm worried that people are going to misinterpret what I say. I just think that's so silly. And I've been holding myself back and trying to fit into this mold of like what it means to be a perfect role model, a perfect YouTuber, like say the right things, make people like you. And you know, I'm kind of sick of it. Like, I want to create videos that I'm truly proud of and videos that really reflect me. And I want to say the things that I honestly believe, not the things that I think the majority of people are going to like. I'm not saying that I haven't been me to you guys. I definitely have, but I think I could be a little bit more unfiltered me. And that doesn't mean I'm going to come on here just like dropping F-bombs left and right. Like, that's just not me as a person. But I know that I'm not always bubbly and happy. And even in my last video or my last vlog that I filmed, when I was having problems with my website, I felt bad that I was giving off a negative energy. I was like, oh my gosh, like my YouTube videos are always supposed to be upbeat and positive and like make you feel good about yourself. But if I'm having a bad day, I want to be able to share that with you guys. And I feel like I more so do it on Instagram, but I don't do it on YouTube because I've created this persona for myself that I'm always happy. And I'm not going to lie, like I am a very, very positive person, but there are definitely days when I'm down or when I don't want to film a video and I force myself to do it. I just want to like share some like the negative side of all of this. And I think that was kind of like my first step, was talking about the truth of growing fast on YouTube. And that was the first step in like bringing you guys a bit more into like, this isn't always rainbows, sunshine, like unicorns just frolicking around. That's not what this life is. And I want to definitely do more of that. So I think I could be a little bit better with just truly being myself on here. And yeah, I feel like I offloaded a lot on you guys today, and if you guys watch this video the whole way through, what can you leave? If you watch this video the whole way through, write the comment, I am awesome, meaning you are awesome. I just want that direct quote, I am awesome, so you guys realize that you are friggin' awesome. Just the way that you are, you're friggin' amazing, and I love every single one of you, and thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry it was rambly. Actually, not sorry. I need to stop apologizing. Like, I wanted to create this video, and I need to be strong and believe in it. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, seeing a little bit, or hearing a little bit of my thoughts on Arise. If you guys do get the opportunity to go, I really, really recommend it. It was freaking awesome. I had so much fun. It was a blast. I feel like I kind of have a plan of how I'm going to take my business to the next level. And if you guys have any ideas of paid products that you want to see from me, let me know. Yeah. I think that's it. Okay. Bye, guys.